Hey camp friends, welcome back to our 7 o'clock hour. We're going to start with some really awesome camp songs.
We're going old school.
Old school.
Jesus, lover of my soul. Jesus, you never let me go. You're taking me from the miry clay. Set my feet upon the rock. Now I know I love you. I need you. Though my world may fall, you'll never let me go. My Savior, my closest friend, and I will worship you until the very end. Jesus, the lover of my soul. Jesus, you never let me go. Taking me from the miry clay. Set my feet upon the rock. Now I know I love you. I need you. Though my world may fall, you'll never let me go. My Savior, my closest friend, I will worship you until the very end. Yeah,
Old school. Yeah, old school.
Love
Love it.
it. We'll do another one?
No.
Yeah, let's do another one. What we're gonna do, Matt?
I'm thinking that we should do one now.
We'll do
Oh.
one day.
It's
Yeah.
like my jam. Hey, but you gotta do the motions. You know the motions?
I know most of the motions.
Most of them?
I mean, I'm old.
So what they need to do in the chat is they need to film little films of them doing this and
Yeah.
put it in the chat. And
Yes.
we'll see the kids do the actual motions. But if you can beat Mitzi,
Beat me. Challenge accepted, friends.
that's exactly right.
Here we go.
Ready?
Yeah.
Man, how many veterans in this? Like walking through the woods? Do it. One name under heaven, where must we say? One name under heaven, where must we say? Forgiven. Forgiven of our sins, baptized in the water, filled with the Holy Ghost, washed by the blood of the Lamb. Forgiven of our sins, baptized in the water, filled with the Holy Ghost, washed by the blood of the Lamb. Free. To be free, my friends, free by the blood of the Lamb. Sing. To be free, my friends, free by the blood of the Lamb. Let's walk it out. Come on.
Go.
God's gonna move His grace. God's gonna move His grace. God's gonna turn this whole world upside
every day. I love it. I love it.
Hey, thank you, Matt, for coming and singing songs with us
Yeah,
today.
it's great
That's
to have
great.
you.
That's great.
Oh, friends, it has been an awesome day. It's the 7 o'clock hour. You have been hanging with us all day. You're giving those gifts. And thank you.
Yeah.
You're
thank
registering for camp.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're applying to be on summer staff. Thank you.
You're telling
Yeah.
young adults that you know about working at camp, and you're saying, I support you, and you have the gifts to do this. Thank
Yeah.
you for doing that.
Yeah, friends, we're at 130 gifts right now, and I know it's awesome, and I know we're gonna hit that 300 mark because you guys are amazing. You always come through, and I'm so proud and so excited to be a part of a community that cares so much about a place that forms faith and develops leaders for God's world, because that is what we do, friends. And I'm getting so many messages from pastors who I know, shout out Shannon Mullins and others, who are sending messages to their congregations right now saying, hey, this place means the world to us. We love this place. I came up through this place. Your other pastors, all these people in your congregation who love this place want to know that camp is back. Camp is back. We are so excited and so ready. You've been hearing all day about how we're going to keep you safe this summer, all the work that Chandler's team has been doing, and we cannot wait to have you back in these spaces. So you can give, you can help us get to that 300 mark, so we get $200 for every single one of those, and we maximize that $60,000 challenge gift from our generous donors. You can give at novusway.org, green donate button in the top right corner. Make sure you're clicking there and giving today. We're gonna get to that goal. But now, right now, we want to talk to you a little bit about Luther Ranch, because we got to meet the other program directors.
Yeah, we talked to all of our program directors. We talked to Jen at Luther Rock, Lori at Luther Ridge, Sue at Luther Springs, and we saw Gretchen this morning, but like we said, Gretchen couldn't be here with us today. There's lots to take care of there. We have an active barn now on our properties, and that is all a credit to Gretchen and Christina, the team down there at Luther Ranch, who have really brought that place to life. And of course, all the donors who had that vision and have made that happen.
Absolutely.
It's really incredible. But there's so much to do that they're not here with us.
Well, they actually have campers there right now,
Yeah,
riding horses, so they have to kind of
their-
take care of that.
Their horses are their campers.
Yeah.
But we want to share with you a little bit about what the vision that they see and what summer is going to look like at Luther Ranch.
So I think one of the things I think is most special about Luther Ranch, we've been hearing stories all day today, and we've heard stories this whole week from folks who were here at Luther Ridge in the beginning, who were on staff long ago, who were campers, and now they bring kids to camp, or their grandkids are at camp. And at Luther Ranch, we're starting that tradition. You get to be in on the front end of something amazing that in 50 and 70 years from now, when however it is that they virtually tell the world that these things are happening, that you were a camper then. You get to be the one telling that story. And it's different. Some of the things I love that they shared when I was there last is that the camper groups are small enough that at the start of the day, they all talk together in community about what their day is going to look like. Are they going to play with the bunnies? Are they going to go to archery? Which, coolest archery ever, because there's a creek right next to the archery, and if it's not your turn, instead of waiting your turn, you get to play in the creek.
I know.
How cool is that?
I felt like Robin Hood and Little John. They're playing at their archery, and the fox and bear one, not Kevin Costner or anything like that. So it is incredible. They have a group interaction course where you get to work together as a team. They have a beautiful labyrinth that's being built up there. And you know what? Two of the most incredible lakes that I have had the gift and the pleasure of spending time next to, just sitting there and contemplating all of God's grace through this beautiful creation.
Okay,
They're incredible.
And while they're beautiful,
Yeah.
they are really beautiful, they also have a bounce pillow.
Yeah, they have a big
On the lake.
Yeah, they have a
It's
big.
so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's lots of fun things to do. Program-wise there, this summer, we have our horse camps that are going on. We've
Yep.
got them for elementary and middle school age there. We've also got an outdoor adventure program that's happening down there where they're going to explore Georgia and get out into the surrounding wilderness of God's good creation in the area and explore together. And one of the programs I'm really excited about, we've got this camp that's an hour west of Atlanta, and then about an hour east of Birmingham, and it sits right there in the cradle of the civil rights movement. And so there's going to be a camp for senior high called Make a Difference Camp.
Yeah.
Gretchen and I were sitting around talking about this camp and like, what do we want people to do when they come to this? Who are the kind of people that want to be a part of it? And we said, it's people who want to make a difference.
Yeah.
And so if you're in senior high, we've talked about a lot of these leadership programs we have at our other camps. If you want to start something new at Luther Ranch, come to Make a Difference Camp, and we're going to connect with the surrounding areas, including the rural communities that surround Luther Ranch, and really see how God is looking for us to help our brothers and sisters there in that incredible community.
And Chandler, one of the questions that I've really appreciated that you've been asking the other program directors these last couple hours together is, well, how are you going to keep us safe?
Yeah.
And you and I talked a little bit about that. Luther Ranch is leading the charge on that, because when everything shut down in the world, we were just about to have a barn grand opening. We were just about to launch this awesome equestrian program, and the horses were there. And the horses are outside.
Yeah, yeah.
And the horses are big,
They're
like
big.
6 feet.
They're big.
And so we were able to continue that small part of our ministry and gathering people, and we have learned so much from that. I'd love for you to share some of that with our folks at home.
Yeah, I really do. I have to say, Gretchen and Christina and the whole team down there at Luther Ranch, the work they have put into keeping guests and participants in their equestrian programs safe has really set a standard that a lot of us have said, whoa, let's talk about that. That's fantastic, and we've learned a lot from. The ways that they're going to keep people safe, of course, are very similar to us. They're going to look at masking. They're going to look at how they're gathering people together. It's a smaller camp, so they're going to have ways to gather everyone together really safely when we get to that point. But there's also safety of being around the horses. And I haven't spent a lot of time around horses, but I gotta say, Gretchen's command, the program director there, Gretchen Ahrens, her command of safety around horses, making sure campers are safe, even those who have never even been on a horse before or been close to one, is really incredible. So both from a standpoint of keeping the site clean and keeping it disinfected and providing good distance and good protocols for campers. They're also keeping us safe with this brand new element to our camps, at least one that we own ourselves,
Yeah.
which is our equestrian program. So it's
Well,
just awesome.
Yeah, and as a parent, when you're on summer staff and you sit through risk management and you sit through all the safety protocols and you learn all those things and you do them for campers, then you go out into the world and become an adult and have campers of your own. You still have to think about handing your children over to someone else. And I never doubted as a parent the kind of care and safety my own children would have at a Novus Way camp. And Luther Ranch is right there. Everybody's and I love that you're all working together so closely, all the camps, communicating and talking about how, because you've really solidified that. It's been so great.
Hey, you all have seen, it's an easy team to do that with because they're so much fun to be around.
They're
So why
awesome.
wouldn't you want to,
Right.
meet every time that you can? But hey, another thing about Luther Ranch this summer is we're recruiting and reaching out for our staff at Luther Ridge and Luther Ranch together.
Yeah.
Because we see some great ways that we can collaborate and work together in a lot of these ways this year. And we're really excited for staff, for maybe whom, they've only known Luther Ridge, to get a chance to work down at Luther Ranch and see that part of the ministry. It's really exciting. And we've also got staff who are already locked in and love Luther Ranch. And they're excited about sharing that with their fellow staff members up here at Luther Ridge. It's really going to be exciting.
Yeah, so friends, as you can see, that all the camps have fun personalities. They all have a special thing that they offer, and we all can find peace and joy and welcome and belonging in all of those spaces. And what we're doing today, this Back to Camp Day of Giving, is about making those places strong and ready to welcome you. It doesn't just happen overnight. We don't just wake up on the first day of camp and all of a sudden it's camp. Folks have been doing the work all along the way. We've been talking to summer staff who are registering. We've been talking to our outdoor adventure program partners about contracts for rafting and caving and all of those things that have to happen now. And the Light the Fire appeal that we started way back in May, that feels like so long ago now, that was to bridge the gap to Summer Camp 2021. We are turning our hope toward that day when we can welcome your campers back to all 4 of our sites. And what we're doing today is going to make that possible. It's going to allow us to continue that important work for the world. And it might feel like a little bit of a downer, but I do think it's important to acknowledge and lift up that what our camp ministries do for our whole church is raise up leaders. And I gotta tell you, I'm a little worried about what a whole summer without camp is gonna mean for our church in 8 to 10 years. And we take that seriously.
Yeah.
We know how important it is. We personally know, the people that you've heard today all know you know how important it is. And so thank you. Thank you for responding. Thank you for giving. Thank you for being a part of this for the last couple months through this Light the Fire appeal. This is to get us to the end. But friends, you have already been getting us through to this point. And for that, we say thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want you to share that quote from...
Oh, yeah.
So we have one more quote for you, and then we're going to pause, and we're going to reflect, and we're going to get ready for Vespers. Vespers is at 8 o'clock. We want you to go get your candles. We want you to gather your family around whatever screen you want to be around. Get your candles and light your candles, and we're going to come back at 8 o'clock with our closing Vespers for the day. And then, so we're going to close with this quote, and we'll see you back at 8.
Yeah, like I said, the last time we were together with Lori, I was kind of doing what we all do, skimming through my email during a break, and there's a big report coming out from the AP, came out tonight, probably going to be in papers tomorrow and the next day, about how camps are coming back this summer and the excitement around that. And they talk with folks at the ACA who are our partners in making this happen.
Can you say what ACA means
Oh,
for our friends at
thank
home?
you. American Camp Association.
Yeah.
And if you're a parent at home and you want to find out what camps are doing to keep your campers safe, go to their website and check it out. You'll see a lot of the stuff that we're working from. But they quoted one parent from New Jersey who said, given all that kids have gone through, it's an amazing opportunity for them to be back to camp that gives them a glimpse of normal life in a world that's far from normal. And that really resonated with me, but it also resonated because a glimpse of something at camp, that isn't normal life.
That isn't normal life.
That's an incredibly special life, a life gifted to us by God, a life that is brought together by the body of Christ, a life that shows people this is a way that we can live in community. So I totally know where this parent is coming from, because I feel the same way as a parent. I want my kid to get back to some normalcy. Well, you know what? We got a little bit of normalcy here for you, but we got a whole lot of spectacular unnormal for you this summer when you come to camp.
Yes, we can't wait. Okay, friends, we will see you back at 8 o'clock. You can go give right now at novusway.org. You know it. Click the little green donate button in the top right corner. Thanks, friends.